Ever since Generation 2, Pokemon breeding has been an essential mechanic in games to the point where people are dedicating their time to hatching eggs for either perfect IVs, egg moves, or shinies. These eggs come from a mommy and daddy Pokemon when they are in a daycare for a certain amount of time, or when they get together in a picnic in Generation 9. Now that we have over 1,000 Pokemon, there are millions of potential breeding combinations with pairs that make sense and really seem sweet. But we're going for the opposite side of the spectrum. Instead of sweet or logical Pokemon breeding combos, we're going for the weird, odd, and potentially nasty breeding combinations. Happy Valentine's Day! I'm HermitGRAB, and these are the weirdest or most disgusting Pokemon breeding combinations. Let's start off with the most popular odd couple, with Wailord and Skitty. The reason why this tandem is weird is because of the massive size difference. Wailord is 47 feet, 7 inches, and 877 pounds. Skitty is 2 feet and 24 pounds. These two have been around since Generation 3 and have been the poster tandem of odd couples in Pokemon. Nowadays, it still baffles some fans that these Pokemon can breed with one another, but since these two have gained popularity in the Pokemon fandom, this odd couple is more of an inside joke. However, Wailord does not leave just yet, because the next weird pair is Wailord and Diglett, and like before, the size difference makes these two a very weird odd couple. We already mentioned that Wailord is 47 feet, 7 inches, and 877 pounds, but then Diglett is 8 inches and barely 2 pounds, making this size difference even more crazy than Wailord and Skitty. But the weirdness doesn't end there, since you have to ask, how do they breed? Wailord is big and Diglett is embedded in the ground. Even if you switch the genders, it doesn't make things better. Next up is Seviper and Zangoose. The reason why these two are an odd couple is due to their rivalry with one another. In almost all of their Pokédex entries, Seviper and Zangoose are in a blood feud with one another. Nemesis, arch-rival, enemy, these two simply hate one another. But for some odd reason, these two can breed with one another. Remember the quote from the Daycare Man? The two don't really seem to like each other very much? In the context of these two, that's a severe understatement. Up next is Magikarp and most of the Dragon Egg group. Magikarp has been widely regarded as the most useless or weakest Pokemon ever, and it has a dragon harem. Granted, it can mate with itself, its evolution, and Feebas, but the fact that it can mate with the likes of Dragonite, Milotic, Garchomp, and Charizard is just ridiculous. I know that it evolves into a dragon-like Pokemon in Gyarados, but it hasn't evolved yet, nor has it any logical reason for it to breed with these dragon-like Pokemon. Granted, you can make an argument that Feebas is there, but you could argue that Feebas shouldn't be there either. Either way, Magikarp having a dragon harem is just absolutely hilarious to me, and I kinda respect the guy that can breed with almost all the pseudo-legendary Pokemon. The next breeding combo is the Vanillux line and the entire Mineral Egg group. The reason why this is weird is because it's ice cream breeding with a rock, a computer, a sword, an anchor, and if you're really nasty, actual garbage. I rest my case on this. Next is Gardevoir and most of the Amorphous Egg group. This is just nasty. I feel really bad for Gardevoir since it's been the subject of several Rule 34 art for nearly 20 years. I really like Gardevoir since it's a powerful Pokemon, and it got even more powerful from the Fairy-type edition, but I will not understand why it's in the Amorphous Egg group. With that being said, Gardevoir can breed with the likes of Muck, Dracopult, Castform, and Palossand. Yeah, that's just nasty. And I don't like this. Up next is Cubone and Kangaskhan. Now, this is strange if you've been a Pokemon fan for quite some time. This is majorly due to a fan theory suggesting that Kangaskhan is the dead mother of Cubone in Lavender Town. Cubone and Kangaskhan are both part of the Monster Egg group. Put two and two together, and watches your imagination run wild. To be fair, this pairing isn't that wild without the fan theory, but if you apply it, then it will haunt the back of your head till Kingdom Come. Next is any Ghost-type Pokemon with another Ghost-type Pokemon. Mind you, this is weird because they're ghosts, something that's dead, making life in the form of eggs. Some of the combinations are fine with me, but logically speaking, this can't happen since ghosts can't create life. It's very odd that this can happen, but I'll allow it since nothing makes me feel uncomfortable, except for this pair, which is Yamask and Phantom. These two Pokemon are ghosts, but if you dig deeper, you will understand why this pair is disgusting. To fully understand this, we have to read their Pokédex entries. Yamask's X entry says, "These Pokemon arouse from the spirits of people inferred in graves. Each retains memories of its former life." Now we go to Phantom's Y entry, and it states, "According to old tales, these Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died while lost in the forest." You heard it here, folks! Dead people can breed with one another, and one of them is a child. That is absolutely disgusting. Pokemon has ruined Pokemon for me. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody! I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on. Quick shout out to Atiksh for the support, and comment down below what breeding pair is the weirdest or most disgusting. I'll reply to as many comments as I can. I'm HermitGRAB, and Happy Valentine's Day!